After a year of a pandemic, an economic crisis, police violence, and universal recognition of institutional racism, Black Pennsylvanians and other communities of color are looking to Harrisburg for answers.
The members of the Legislative Black Caucus are putting forth this letter to the governor with every expectation that we want to be clear, we want to be intentional about our request that the governor speak to equity. He speaks in his budget address to the many concerns and the many ills that have plagued communities of color and underserved communities throughout this Commonwealth and have been plaguing those communities not since the pandemic started, but they have been plaguing those communities for years.
Budgets are not colorblind. How we deliver services, how we distribute resources, how we raise revenues, and how we fill budget shortfalls often disproportionately impact communities of color. We hope that Governor Wolf and our General Assembly colleagues use the budget as a tool to address these racial inequities.
We can no longer accept budgeting as a way of replicating what we did last year or what we intended to do the year before. We need to think about budgets, and we need to think about how the state is utilizing its resources going forward in a way that really takes that long, hard look at the status of our community and considers how we make sure that going forward, that our tomorrows aren't going to look just as our yesterdays did, because for too many of us, our yesterdays were bleak.
And we look forward to working with them to take this step towards racial equality, racial equity, and healing in our Commonwealth. That starts with a budget that is a measure of our priorities.